Now, like I told you, every once in a while, the eye will heal, and then suddenly it'll swell up. Right? Why? That makes no sense either. I don't. Now, you see a difference, though, right? Between the left eye here and the right eye here. It's a little odd looking there. Well, that's because it swells up. This part here is a swollen part. But there's no reason for it to. I'm not eating anything I haven't eaten before. And it never used to do that before. That's all I can prove, though. Unless someone helps me out to stop this. If it's something else. Like attempted murder. And guess when it started, 2017, when Thomas moved in. I don't know if it involved him or not, but as did Rose. She calls herself. That's what I mean. That's what you mean. You don't know nothing. I don't know nothing about why it's happening. I just know when it started happening. And see, even if I made love to Sheena, I'm not trying to murder you, honey. I'm trying to forgive you. What Jesus said to do about it. Or are you not listening to Jesus? You listen to Satan who condemns. Don't you think that's your problem? The problem with the world is condemnation, not forgiveness and repentance of sin, right? You condemn yourselves when you condemn others, right? To death even. Now, what about Aubrey, right? Well, you're not forgiving the people, right? See what? Jesus can't raise from the dead, but Jesus? Because that's all you believe he can do. Yet Peter believes he rose a few people, Dorcas being one of them. Paul did. Told you the boy who fell from the third loft, or the third story of a building, like me. Well, the only way you can know that is if we talked about it. If we talked about it, I didn't even fall. I landed my jump. Or I got up a different way. Whatever I told you, I did. Depending on if I thought it was cool or not, right? And I may have told you I jumped from the window ledge. I may not have. I don't remember if that part happened. It's also coincidentally when I blacked out. Now, if you black out and you should have failed, you won't remember the fall, or you will. That's the question too, right? Now, the thing about the other guy is he was already asleep, right? Someone's already asleep, and they fall, and you revive them. They don't remember the fall either. But you know yourself you had to wake them up somehow. Now, who can wake me up in this present day world if I ask him before I fall or on the way down? Jesus. That is if it blacked me out or killed me. Or made me go to sleep too early. As they would say in the Bible. They consider death nothing but sleep, no matter how long it is, for example, right? Say you sleep 100 and so many thousand years. Would you even know you were here? If you're brought back to life? You talk about one life to live. How often is that one life to live? Right. You might not even be aware of reincarnation, but if Abraham and Isaac and Jacob are resurrected from the dead, and he's the God of the living and not the dead, right? How were they resurrected from the dead? That's another question. Well, there is a replenishing of the planet. Now, not only does John say that the dead, the evil, are punished forever, they too live forever, right? In that state when they die. Mm-hmm. So the problem is, though, if you're going into the earth, right, and not above the earth, which is paradise, by the way, mm-hmm, right, go up or down, even in the damn movies, like Ghost, for example. That might not be wrong. That might not be wrong. When you go down, they come to get you. When you go up, they come to get you. The good guys are the bad guys. And if you're a bad guy, you go up, down, down. If you're a good guy, you go up. Well, John Lennon, I don't know, Yoko, right? But where do you want to go? Up or down, right? Depends on your overall goodness, too, right? Feel what I mean, right? Even God knows a good man from an evil man if you don't agree with everything in the Bible. Mm-hmm. That's grace too, Christians. Now, doesn't Paul say if a man keep by nature the law, mm-hmm, he can be saved by the law, mm-hmm, as well? Okay, did John try to murder anybody? No, but John Hinckley did, so guess who will go to hell if he don't repent of it before he dies? John Hinckley. He's a murderer. God didn't tell him to murder him. Satan did say it. God don't tell you to murder nobody. The devil does. That's the devil's deed. Done that cheat. Done that cheat. And even gay sex ain't this shit, alright? With God. It is a Satan. He don't want you to do it at all, right? Probably. If anyone don't want you to do it at all. God knows you can do it, but probably you shouldn't do it, but we'll forgive you for doing it. Get the point? He would try to kill you over it if you did do it with someone consensually, right? Keyword there is a good sex partner consents to sex, right? And you can tell them no. A bad sex partner won't consent to sex and tries to force you and even murder you after the sex. See, that's a double no no, right? Mm-hmm. So you'll definitely go to hell when you die. And you won't know till you die. And see, if I don't know what you're doing it to me, and whether I forgive it or not, I know I would say no to gay sex any male. You get the point, right? I don't. Not you. Unless the shit things were telling you something crazy. Or I'm being sarcastic to you in my letters, well, I'm gay all of a sudden, right? If I done had sex with you on the island, or did you think we did oral? I did offer you oral the night before, but I thought we went the straight sex. Gina. Or did you not know? Was I so smooth operator? You didn't know it was sex. It was sex. If you didn't know. Because you didn't tell me you were waiting for marriage. I'm sorry, but you didn't. I would understand that too if you were. Some women do, right? Some women don't, right? You're not to judge us either way. Judge not. The TB judge includes adultery or premarital sex, right? But who's judging us, Satan? And the men who follow him. For everything you do wrong. Because you could all do the same wrong, though. That's the point. If you condemn for adultery, and yet you don't know who you're supposed to marry either, you marry the wrong woman, that's still adultery. You say with another wife. Right. If you're with the wrong person, you're with the wrong person. Even if you're with them for the rest of your life. Ever heard of that, people? Marry a big, givers means that. You could marry the wrong person, just stay with them out of some sense of honor or loyalty, right? But it's misplaced because that ain't your true partner, right? You don't know who that is. But you're still could be marrying the wrong person. Even if you stay with them your whole life. You don't know who you're supposed to marry. That's why we marry here and are given in marriage. Now, in Eden, guess what? I think what happened, though, we were born male and female. Male and female, all right. A male and a female child, right? Now, another thing in Eden is it didn't hurt the woman before the fall, but it did after the fall, right? That's called conditions change voice. We started condemning the sex act. With Eden. But who did it hurt the more? Adam or Eve? Adam. When did both their eyes open, though? After he ate or after she ate? After he ate. Wasn't after she ate, his eyes were open. Only. It was after he ate. Both their eyes were open. And they knew good and evil. And they knew good and evil. Keyword is new in the Old Testament. They knew each other after that, too, by going back together briefly. And didn't know each other again until Seth was born how many years later? 100 or more. Wow! Talk about stretching it out before you have sex again, right? And then you gotta have a daughter for Seth to marry. And though they don't mention the daughter they had, right? You, of course, logically know they had to have one. Right? Now, if they had sex with Satan too and he was a hermaphrodite, he could have had a daughter for Cain were able to marry, but that's just one daughter. You still need to have sex again with Adam and Eve to make another daughter for Abel or Cain, right? To marry. You might be one daughter short. Now, you've been looking for the daughter of the devil himself yourself. Sometimes. And you're looking for an angel in white sometimes. You're looking for a woman who's a little of both, which are all a little of both. But you can feel her, but you know her inside. I got you feeling, man. I'm trying to find my woman, right? And that's simply a woman who can bear to be with me till I die. In Jerusalem or wherever, right? Or here in Georgia, I don't care, right? But if I'm not dying now, and I'm waking up with what could be considered a black eye a few days ago, and there's a heel of the black eye too, right? And it happens periodically, but not because I'm not eating that different. No. It's not what I'm eating giving me the black eye. It could be a human being, but Jesus is healing it so much, and like I told you, he ain't got to heal it fully, even if it was a black eye. As long as I'm healed to a certain point, even with the 3-story fall, I'm healed of that injury to the point I can walk on it, which is enough to prove a miracle. If you got arthritis instead of paralysis, that proves a miracle. By the way. No matter who you are. Right? And if you can feel your ankle and that's in pain, right? And your injury is in the sacrum part of the spine, right? And you're walking on it, right? That's over 50-50 a miracle because you shouldn't feel pain in your ankle. Anything from the waist down. If you could have sex and make babies, Mary Bell, after you fell, that's a miracle too. That's what the point was. Not to get you pregnant. But if I did get you pregnant, I fell 3 stories. And that would be a miracle too. Because I'm supposed to be paralyzed from the waist down. But it don't matter if Patrick won't admit I'm his dad. Right? I can't make him admit that. Right? Nor you that he's my son if you told me the truth about his birthday. Or were you a pound off? You're lying somewhere. Whatever you're telling me, you're telling me because what? You never wanted to have a baby with me, did you? No. But see, I didn't care. I didn't know I could or couldn't. See, I never pressured you to have one or not. I just know it can happen sometimes. And I'm warning you, your own behavior, if you keep doing it and make me cheat on you, will be why it'll happen, right? You tell me why I know. We finally both cheated on each other, or one of us cheated on me, right? I don't know. I'm not around another male, though, right? The only female I'm around had a fiance, right? I think, unless they moved, right? Now, the only way she can be with me, right, is if the fiance leaves her alone and she done fuck me the night before or something. Came down the night before and we had sex so she wouldn't say no. Though I told her I had a girlfriend, I also told her she wasn't with me a lot and was being a bitch most of the time about the sex. But I'm trying to be loyal to her and I don't know what to do myself either, right? Now, whether we did or not, I don't recall, which for me, the dude showed up and tried to murder me, which he's supposed to be on the ship, which will get him in trouble with the Navy, right? And he'll get a other than honorable discharge, right? Because you're not supposed to tempt your wife to cheat on you either, because she can here, right? It's called the tribulation period because we can make mistakes, right? We also don't forgive the mistake, and rather than forgiving it, condemn it. That's the problem too, right? We don't admit we can all make the same mistakes, and then instead of forgiving it, we condemn it, right? That's why we die too, right? Guess who died first for condemning the mistake? Satan, right? Now, Jesus, if you tried to murder him, what would he do that's different than Satan? Forgive it. Forgive it. What did he do on the cross? Forgive it. Forgive it. For he forgave it. He forgave it. Now, I'm not mad if Mary Bell had my child, but Scott might be if he invested 3 years into the marriage and then she wanted to divorce him and come down here to be with me. I don't know. That might give him a motive, but I don't know if they did that or not, right? Only Philadelphia and New York has any records that they divorced or not. But she should either still be with him in Ohio, not Colorado, unless they just divorced without legally, divorcing. And she's in Colorado and he's in Ohio. I guess. Because, see, when we both lived in Virginia, that was the only time we were really together. Though I moved back to Georgia briefly, I also went up until September, which is 9 months later, right? Trying to see if she would move down to Georgia with me like she promised in December, right? When she didn't do it after September, though, I broke up with her, right? And by December, she met Scott and married Scott, right? All I know. And I know that because I wrote them a return to sender thing, right? I know. And Scott signed it for Marybeth. So again, she was with him after we broke up. Never around me, never around you. And not supposed to be around me either, right? Now I might be paranoid about it, right? That she's so upset she might try to murder me, but so might Scott to shut me up if he murdered her, just wishing she were dead. I don't wish her dead. I'm not even mad she married Scott. I broke up with her for a reason, right? So she can move on for me and I can move on for her, idiot. Even if she called me and told me all that, I can handle that too, but still nothing I can do about it legally. You're biologically the father anyway, though. According to the birth certificate, right? But not according to DNA necessarily either. But only y'all would know that. That's part of the divorce proceedings, that right? Like with me and my ex-wife Daphne, if you don't think the child's yours because you're a little bit confused about when you got pregnant, like, you think it's for March and January, that's justifiable, right? But right. Because she also didn't seem like she really cared about me as much as I cared about her, and there was little hints along the way that we weren't really committing sometimes, right? See, commitment is an issue if you want to marry someone, but if you don't know who you're supposed to marry and the person ain't treating you right, you don't have to stay with that person either. You can divorce them, idiot. You're forcing it either way, the marriage. If you don't really love each other, or aren't trying to love each other, or pretending to love each other, that's what do. So you can pretend to love each other, just stay together for the children's sake, right? But guess what? That's what marriage and being given in marriage is. Staying with the wrong person, even though just because you knocked them up. Right? Now, why would abortion be illegal? Because David's baby died somehow, right? Well, who punished the child for the sins of the father anyway? God or Satan, right? But yet, what does it mean to do that thing, right? Is it the worst sin you can commit? No. It's like any other sin you can commit. If you can medically do it safely, though, that's better than, again, trying to force the mother to have a child she don't want 9 months later and go through all that bullshit, right? But you don't want the child in the first place. It's as murder according to Moses, too, right? A double murder, right? Because the woman's being raped by the male and getting her pregnant, right, in this situation. Or it's incest, or she can't support the baby because the husband's a dick and won't stay around her, right? Just knocked her up because he wanted some sex, right? And told her he loved her and everything, but lied. Nah. That's the point, too. We all lie about that sometimes just to get something, right? And sometimes it don't matter if it's an unattractive woman or an attractive woman. Now, even Sue looks prettier than some of the other women I was with, but that's up to Sue, right? For example, right? I ain't saying she's dog ugly, but... and like I said, there's prettier women than Sue, but there are also uglier women that I was actually with that I would consider Sue a step up, right? But that's up to Sue. I remember having sex with her. So she wouldn't tell me she was bored. And in the house bored. Before someone read about it. Now, all the person who wrote about it, though, saying is that we're all bored in the house bored. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. He's not wrong about that. But guess what? You wrote a song about it. Yay, happy for you. You're making some money off of it. Goody, goody. It's just a song. Anyone can do it. We're all the same here. We're not that much different. It's a talent, but so can anyone else do it. That's why you can play London Bridges or Farashaka and still be a human being. No. Right. Okay.